Hello and welcome to the channel. I am Dave, Gamers World resident magic expert, and today we're going to be opening a Strixhaven School of Mages set booster box. Now, there's two products for boxes. We have set boosters and we have draft boosters. Draft boosters very much for playing magic, old school drafting, and set boosters for, opening boxes. These things are awesome to open. They're packed full of goodies and they're kind of designed in a way that are more to open and have fun. They try and structure the packs almost like mini adventures, and it's hard to exactly describe, but we're just going to jump in. You're going to see what I'm talking about. Well, no better sound than magic, no matter how many boxes you open. I'm still getting used to it. I think this is the third set with set boosters. Started at Zendikar Rising. We have this now, and of course Kaldheim, the last set. Slightly less packs in this, but in general, we have found from experience the same, if not slightly more value in rares. And you'll see why. We'll get to some of the cards we can open. We'll learn by doing. We'll learn by doing together. Ooh, listen to that. Paper magic. This is one of the differences. One of the cards you'll see different in these cards, these packs than boosters, because you're not using these as game pieces to draft with. You get these lovely art cards. I think this is from Lightning Bolt. Am I right? Yeah, it's new Lightning Bolt art from the Mythic Archive, and it's beautiful. Land. A little more confusing to lay out these cards. Usually you can just lay them out in the draft boosters, but these are a bit all over the place because, again, they're trying to tell you that kind of different story, and they're trying to point you in different directions with making decks with these cards. Strixhaven Stadium. Super flavorful card. Probably not the most powerful, but really sweet for you fans of Quidditch out there. Our first foil. Gonna practice good foil safety. Last couple of years, a little bit more bending in magic cards in general, so I recommend when you get a nice pack fresh foil, sleeve it up. Another Mythic art card. Bunch of commons in this one. What's weird is the kind of difference you can get in commons and uncommons. Sometimes you get really lucky and get mostly uncommons in a pack. These are really high value packs. In general, I think stuff evens out a bit, but you can really high roll with some of these packs. Snarl, blue-red Snarl, probably the most important one for standard. I think the most valuable one at the moment as well. Cultivate. Another foil. Gonna get a foil in every pack here. Guaranteed a foil in every pack. So we're going to be using some of our sleeves up. So see, you can see the kind of teams here. Some of them are random, but you get the pest, the green black kind of string going through this pack, trying to tell you what you want to do with your cards. I kind of like that. I kind of wish when I was younger there was more of a coherency to packs and it wasn't just all random. I think Wizards have done that a bit. You can get them with team booster packs as well, which we'll have in stock. Here, ooh, Weathered Storm. We got another rare Mythic Archive card. This one not too spectacular, but all of them are spectacular in their art, I guess. I love actually the WoW Eater. There's this like self-sacrifice team in this set. This guy is pretty good. Missing a bit of evasion, I think, to be extremely good. But a couple lands so far. Decent value in the box, but let's see if we can open something a bit cooler. Look at that. Oh, it's just gorgeous. That's a Revitalize. Yeah, 3 for 3. Bam. It's the foil. Green Ingus making his comeback since, I think this is his first standard appearance since Time Spiral, and he was a time shifted card. So this is like the first time we're still seeing time shifted cards all this time later. That's pretty fun. Nice little Easter egg for old schoolers like me. Negate. Ooh, our first list card. So for those of you that don't know, The list is some old cards that Wizards have put in these set boosters. You can tell by the little symbol down here. And they have the original set symbol on them, so they look identical to how they would have originally. The only difference is this little symbol here. There's some really powerful cards on the list, and I think they're using it to keep circulation of certain cards high. But Worn Power Stone, amazing EDH card still, I believe, and one of my favorite cards in Cube. We probably don't need to sleeve these up. They're not going to bend like the others. We'll sleeve up the very valuable ones though. Get those foils put away. I do feel like very much the old man shouting at the cloud in these videos, because all these new products, you know, a lot of you might have only been playing a couple of years. A lot of you might be new, which in case, welcome to Magic. But back in my day, there was only packs. Well, that's not true. There was also tournament packs, which were just 6 packs together in a box. They discontinued that. There was not much use. Ooh, very nice. Look at this. Wow. Okay, so we got quad rare. Just good old quad rare. It could be another one because there's a foil on the back. So we could have had 5 rares. In fact, one of them is a mythic dragon. The Lorehold dragon, which I think could be quite good. I don't think is much money at the moment, but could be quite good. I'm also very high on the Dragon's Guard Elite. D-Spark in the Mythic Archive slot. Very nice. And Voracious Dragon, is that what I see here? Yeah, Voracious Dragon. That brings me back. That's a card from around when Gamers World opened up its doors first. I think that's from around Shards. Maybe a bit earlier. That's amazing. You love to see it. And that's what I love about these packs. Because again, on average, I think if you buy this and you buy a booster pack, they're going to be roughly the same. But every now and again, you just get spectacular packs like that. And you have access to the list, which, you know, I opened a scroll rack this year out of a list card. So very nice. Great. I'm going to go Grape Shot. Yeah, I got it. Okay. Ooh, Phoenix. This is, I think, a sleeper card from the set. I'm not sure if it's going to be worth a lot of money, but I think people were not talking about enough in the previous season. I think in Standard, you're going to see not quite the power that Arc-like Phoenix got in kind of older formats, but there are very good Learn cards, and Learn just works so well by itself that you can play a pretty natural game plan, or a game plan where you get multiple of these and play very fast. So that's a card to keep your eye on. Let's see if you go. Magma Opus. Again, a card that I love out of this set. Ooh. Witherbloom Command. Great command. Maybe Eternal playable. Brainstorm. Oh, look at that. Foil Memory Lapse. Absolutely love to see it. Beautiful in foil. I would love to see this card come back to some formats. I wonder if it would be good enough for Modern, if it was allowed to be played there. Certainly on Arena, this is going to see a lot of play in Historic. But would love to see this in some other formats popping up. I'm going to keep this aside so we can keep it to our count at the end of the video. But that was one of my favorite cards growing up. But it was very weird because it was never actually in a Standard format I played. I just love the concept of it. What do we have here? The Lumamancer. Ooh, Silver Quill command. I actually think this is pretty decent. I've been down on the commands, but I think this is going to see a little bit of constructed play. I don't think it's going to be worth that much at the end of the day, but I think it's going to see some constructed play. And very nice Defiant Strike. Almost a third of the way through the box. Been a pretty nice box so far. Ooh, rare straight away. That's very funny because it's a lesson that's probably in front of other cards like it is in the draft boosters. So the first thing I see, bam, rare. It's nice. Verdant Mastery. Very nice opt. Another list card. This one's a bit more of a... So the list is a kind of combination of some nice cards in other formats they need reprinting and some just cool reminiscing cards. And this definitely falls under just cool reminiscent cards because it's just a hill giant. It's just a 4-mana 3/3. But look at that art. That steampunky knight. That's amazing. I'd go to a steampunky knight, like medieval world in Magic. I'd love to see that. You tell me in the comments if you like to see steampunk medieval. You let Wizards know. I wonder if we can get more than one foil Mystical Archive. Ooh, signed. Some of these cards get that nice gold signing. I don't know how collectible they're going to be in the future. They haven't been like insane price or anything yet. But I'd love to get like a whole book. Just all those signed cards. Another lesson. Black. Interesting mythic. I don't know if this card needed to necessarily be mythic in the set, but I think it is powerful. It is a lord for multiple creatures. Could really see this seeing some play in EDH. And Electrolyze, another personal favorite of mine. A foil iteration. Probably going to see a lot of play. So I got a little bit of a funny story. Sean Lynch, a friend of the store of mine, he had a friend that used to use a phrase when people used to make mistakes. It's what did you learn? And we cannot stop quoting that for this event. You used to use it at pretty inappropriate times, like when someone lost a pretty dire game of Magic at a GP and was down and out, and you just hear out of nowhere, you know, what did you learn? And I cannot stop saying that to myself when I open some of these cards. Ooh, Putrefy, that brings me back. Original Ravnica. Very nice art on that one. These Mystic Archive cards are just so cool. Again, they've executed them so well this time. They've done... Wizards have been known in the last years to take concepts and really run them into the ground. And do them a bit too much and a bit too often or not execute them great. But so far, these kind of extra cards out of the last couple sets, they've done them in a varied enough way and they've made them look nice enough and interesting enough and keep them engaging that I've been super happy with the results, to be honest. I kind of like the chances they're taking. Ooh, that's a nice one. So we got the alt art Tanazir. I can never pronounce her name. Look at that. That is beautiful. Don't think I've seen that yet. Just alt art Elder Dragon that looks bigger than the universe. Really like that. Don't think I've seen that art yet. Let's put the alt arts in our own little section here. Nice strategic planning. Not much else to say about that Elder Dragon. Probably not quite good enough. But with that kind of art, who cares? Witch, fantastic. Draconic Intervention. Not sure about this one, to be honest. Don't think it's going to get there. Another Electrolyze. Okay. I'll take Electrolyzes. Don't know if Electrolyze is good enough for Modern anymore. It was at one point. Back in my day, it was good enough for Modern and Pro Tour winning lists. But it is one of the nicer, I think, archive arts. So hopefully I have an excuse to buy a playset or two of them. Actually take them to a Magic event. Another double rare pack. And a Merfolk Mistbinder. I forgot this card was on the list. I guess Ixalan is getting to be a little old at this stage. Like, it's not just, it feels like it was just yesterday. But it isn't. And some decent rares, actually. I'm a big fan of the Sedgemoor, which I think that card's going to see a lot of play. I always liked young Pyromancer and Monastery Mentor-esque cards, and that's really in that avenue of cards. We'll be happy to see that scene play, I think. Ooh. Is that Memory Lapse? Yeah, it is Memory Lapse. What we got here? Golden Ratio. Someone drew 6 cards the other day with this. I don't think it's going to do that often. I probably think it shouldn't be in your deck, but someone did draw 6 cards against me. Big combo piece. Jadzir Oracle. Ways to kind of go infinite with it. Another nice Cultivate. I'm enjoying this set. I don't say that for every Magic set. Well, I've been saying that more and more often. They're very good at their craft. The last couple Magic sets have hit it out of the park for me, but I'm enjoying this set a lot. At least initially. Some lessons. Ooh. Warslinger. This card might see some play. I like it. Pushing the last couple of years to make maybe white a little stronger. Good old counterspell. Classic counterspell. We'd love to see that turn up in certain formats. People have been begging for it in maybe Modern for a while. But Blade Historian will certainly make a splash in Standard. Hitting that off Winota's. Just going to town. That's a nice foil. Almost hitting the home stretch of this pack. Or this box. It's been pretty good so far, I think. Ooh. Bunch of uncommons. This is what I mean. Look, now uncommons. There's not like a lot of value to uncommons, but I'd like getting uncommons over commons every day if I'm opening packs. We've got this like got this team. There's definitely a team running through these cards as well, so they're more likely to fit into your deck together. That's pretty sweet. It's the start of a little deck. I don't know. I like it. We got the green-black Dean, Mean Dean. A very nice Illuminate. Show of Confidence. A card I'm getting higher and higher on the more I play games with it. Who would have thunk Storm is good? Who would have thunk it, you know? Ephemerate. Ephemerate's new art. What else we got here? Doomblade, Dice Doomblade. Did I miss my rare? Did miss my rare. Flame Painter, which is decent. With Dice Doomblade. And an Emergent Sequence, a card that I think is probably going to be quite impactful, if not in this Standard, when rotation happens. So never unhappy to see that. I really like how they've tried to balance the upside to Rampant Growth by making counterplay. So before, when a ramp deck was good, when they had a Rampant Growth, there's nothing you can do about it. But now you can interact with it. It's a really interesting way of going around balancing it. Really interesting game design, I think. Ooh, rare lesson. That's one rare in this pack. See how many rares we get in this pack. 3 uncommons. The Unlight Scribe. Early in the race for my favorite rare in the set. Definitely going to make a bunch of decks out of this. Divine Gamut. A foil Eliminate. And a Fodder Cannon. What a cool pack. We got a double Mystical Archive. Leon on the Right Scribe, a rare lesson, and a Fodder Cannon. While not being a good card, one of my favorite flavor decks of all time. Step 1, find a cousin. Step 2, get your cousin the cannon. Step 3, find another cousin. I love some of the old school art. And you know what? I love the new school art as well. But there's something about the kind of art when you kind of got into the game. Now, ours is a bit old for me, but around that era is when I got into the game, and it's beautiful. Very high fantasy, kind of old school. So we got 2 foil mythical archives in this box so far. That's money. That's cool. This goes in ours too. And we still have a third of the box to go. So 1/3 of the box to go. What is this? Is this Trill Possibility? It is Trill Possibility. I've never passed an exam in my life, but I've memorized multiple arts of cards from a set that's only a couple days old. Send help, please. Dragon's Guard Elite. Very nice again. I already told you guys I'm pretty high on that card. Agonizing Remorse. I like this card being mythical because I think mythical archive because I think it could get reprinted at any time and be playable in any format. So I think it's smart to have these if you like the art. If you enjoy that art, I think it's worth the investment buying yourself for them because you might get reuse. I did the same for Disdainful Strokes and Time Spiral. I bought a bunch of them because I like Disdainful Stroke. I'll play them every time they're in the format, you know. What we got? Unsure about the Sage. I don't think this is going to end up seeing any play. Delver it is not. War Singer again. Very nice. Infuriate. And Papa Croc. The Wrangler. Not much good for us opening a pack here, but very good in draft if you're playing. If you're playing online at the moment or safe in person. Wrangler. Excellent card. First pickable. Someone pointed out to me, talking about that this Inkling, the Inklings in general on this art, look like Tim Curry's character in Fern Gully. Now that reference might have aged me horribly, but also it's bang on. Check it out. If you're too young to know what that is, Google image it. Also, shame on you. Flame Painter, again. Got a couple of repeats of rares. I know it's random, but it's not pure random. There's the printing. So it isn't that likely to get reprints of rares like that, I think. Not a great foil. Little common ski. Get them in the sleeve anyway. Don't want any of these curling. I don't name this card, but it's an absurd magic card. Quandrix Prodigy. Ooh, we got double rares again. The Lore Mage. Interesting card. Putting your instants and sorceries in the graveyard in exchange for 1/1 counters. I don't know, like maybe with flashback cards and stuff, this card's really good. I can imagine it being really good in EDH where you can tailor those cards going into your graveyard being like busted. So I could see this seeing some nice casual play. Dragon's Guard Elite again. Is that our third Elite? We have a foil one as well. You just get a play set in a box. That'll be weird. Crows and Grip. Excellent sideboard card. Foil Apprentice. I actually think the Witherbloom Apprentice could see some standard play. I think it's probably a green-black spell deck. It sounds weird to the ear, right? Green-black spell deck. But there's a lot of good Magecraft in Witherbloom, including the rare that I went over earlier, the Sage Witch. And there's a bunch of cheap spells. Yeah, cheap green spells. It's a whole new world, a whole new standard. Again, rare lesson. That's a good start for some kind of 5 rare pack. Let's see. Oh, 2 rare. Putrefy 3 rare. Foil Divine Gamut. That's our third foil archive card. That's insane. Also Mysteries. Ovenwald Mysteries in the list. So they're not quite rares because this is a uncommon mystical archive. But that's an uncommon mystical archive foil, a rare mystical archive, double rare, and a list card. Ooh, spicy pack. You love to see it. You love to see it. And I'm all over these. If I can get multiple foil mythical archives out of them, I am all over them. Quandrix Command, Cooling Ritual, and a Revitalize. It still feels strange naming multiple rares from packs, you know. I always love in the store in Gamers World. We run events and we obviously give out boosters as prizes. It's always nice to see people cracking their boosters after and seeing what they're getting. So I'm excited for when it's set boosters. Since we haven't got to do it, set boosters have come out during the pandemic. If we're giving out set boosters as prizes, I want to see these like bizarre packs people open and these insane packs. Like imagine if some of those rares were the chase rares of the set, people would be going ballistic. Nothing better than people opening nice prize cards in front of you. Ooh, Professor Onyx. Extended art, beautiful. That is lovely. She's, I think, extremely playable. One of the more expensive cards in the set, and they've done a great job with the extended art Planeswalkers. Of course, for those of you who don't know the storyline, Professor Onyx is Liliana. She's a Liliana Planeswalker. I think that's unique. I don't know if that's the first time a Planeswalker type, so she's Planeswalker type Liliana, has been, I won't bother sleeping this, has been different to her name. So she's not Liliana in the name. Because she's in disguise. Everyone don't tell anyone. But that's great. This box is turning out to be a stunner. Beautiful. I think it's supposed to be Teferi in that art. A young Teferi with Brainstorm art. Ooh, Callous Blood Mage. My vote for probably going to be one of the better cards in the set without ever being worth over €1, unfortunately. Very similar to Woe Strider from Teros. But I think this is a little more powerful and has a little more potential to see play in older formats. Stone Rain at rare, but obviously with the biblical S art looking fantastic. I know a lot of modern players are going to want to get their hands on that Stone Rain. A lot of turn 2 Stone Rains into Bloodbraid Elf Stone Rain. Yeah, you guys can hit me up. Quandrix Prodigy again. Plarg showing his face. Plarging all over the gaff. And another strategic planning, which might see some modern play in Phoenix, possibly, or Pioneer play in Phoenix. Then nice foil. I always like the foil uncommon legends. Seems nice for Commander to me. Seen some room for growth, and she's I think she's powerful enough that she might see a little bit of Commander play. I don't know as a Commander, but we'll see. Okay, last couple packs, which in what's already been quite a decent box, I think. Our Mythical Archive foils could have been a bit stronger, but they're still nice, and it's still nice to get 3 of them. Maybe the best rare in draft in this set, Sparring Regiment. Very nice Silver Quill Silencer. Trill Possibility, and I'm not sure why this is a list card. The Golden Glow Moth. Powerhouse. Fearful powerhouse that is the Golden Glow Moth. I do think, joking aside, the list cards are there to make cool reactions, and they certainly do that. They don't all have to be good cards or valuable. They have to, get you to remember better Magic times, and the Moth certainly does that. Infuriate? Yeah, Infuriate. I think Denial is going to be great in Standard. I haven't talked about many of the commons and uncommons, but Decisive Denial seems like it's going to be high tier Standard card. I think most Adventures lists are going to be running 4. Plum the Forbidden. I know Brian Gottlieb from the Game podcast, or sorry, the the Arena Decklist podcast is trying to make this card work. I'm not sure if it will. Another land to round off our box here. You always want to be getting 4 of each of your lands, honestly, if you're playing on a standard. So never mind that. And a beautiful approach to second stun. I think this card still sees a little bit of Pioneer play, so I'm not unhappy to see it there. It's pretty cool. And, ooh, dual casting as our last list card. You know what? I actually have no idea if that's like really good EDH or something, or another just kind of cool card to open. And our last foil, not the worst one, Charge True. I'm likely going to see a lot of play just because green doesn't get cantrips like this often, but not that exciting. And there was our box. Not a bad one at that. Again, 3 Divine, it's not Divine Gambit cards, that's the name of the card. 3 Mythical Archive cards. Decently playable as well. The Gambit being the weakest of them. Got 2 Extended Art Mythics, which is a pretty decent high roll, in Professor Onyx and Tanzir Quandrix. Tanzir Quandrix probably has a lot of nice implications in Commander, and Professor Onyx in Constructed. I think we got some nice list cards as well. Nice Mythic Archive cards. And probably a bit above average on the rares as well. Good amount of lands. Some good playables in the Dragon's Elite. I think Valentine is going to be very important for multiple decks. I think Light Scribe is going to be important for multiple decks. We got a black and a Plarg. Wizards has me saying these things to people in public. It's great. What were our mythics besides these 2? Is that it? Oh no, we also got Jadzi. Is it Jadzi? Jadzai? I'm not great with card names. Yeah, pretty decent box all in all. And overall, I think I'd really recommend this for people still new, and I know a lot of people haven't caught up since set boosters have started coming out in the pandemic. I would recommend buying these over booster boxes if you're just planning to open them. They're a lot more fun. There's high rolls. Like there's the chance of getting a lot of really cool list cards. Not only a cool, fun experience, but also value-wise, I think these come out a little bit better, or at least have a higher upside to boosters, where they're usually even, but the peaks of these packs are a lot higher. And even if you were to make me choose between set boosters and this set, the fact that it seems that you can get multiple foil archive cards in the set boosters seems to be better for me, and you get the extended art cards that you can get and collector boosters in the set boosters as well. So all in all, if you want to draft with friends, pick the draft booster, that's for you. But if you just want to open some awesome cards, set booster all the way for me. But thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And why don't you tell me which one of the Elder Dragons in the set you're looking to open the most, looking forward to opening the most in the comments. Until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll see you then.